Hey everyone, it's Amador. I'm here with my finished project for Sscrafter1's Altered Thrift Challenge. I have this little wooden caddy in one of my thrift haul videos that I also linked to Sscrafter's challenge. And I mentioned that I've been wanting some Annie Sloan paint, and you guys know that stuff is crazy expensive. And I live in Las Vegas, so there's no place to actually get it unless you pay, several crazy amount of money to ship it. Not only is it crazy expensive, but you have to pay 3 times, sometimes as much to ship it. So one of my newfound friends and subby, Cassie Keith, actually mentioned one of the recipes for making your own chalk paint. I've seen so many recipes, I didn't know which one to go with. I figured, hey, I'll trust another crafter. And check out her channel. She has several videos right now. She just uploaded one on making your own gesso, and I forgot which other one, but she also has other videos like that as well. So I went ahead and I went to Home Depot. I found this website that had some comparisons on the color, and this one is called Sparrow, and it's basically to coordinates with the color for Annie Sloan's. I think it's called Paris Gray. I also went ahead and went crazy and I got this other one, and it is called Gulf Winds, and it matches the Versailles, I think it's called. So here is my project. This is a little wooden caddy that I had, and I went ahead and painted with the chalk paint. By the way, it worked fantastic. It dried so smoothly. I don't even have those fancy brushes that they use with the chalk paint. I just used whatever art brushes I had left over. So I went ahead and painted it, and yes, that's a little bit, I'm a little vain there. So on this side, and I distressed the heck out of it. I painted the entire thing. It coated smoothly, and we'll start on this side. On this side, I stamped this. This was the whole day of trial and errors. I used this this stamp, and I totally forgot who makes that one. You guys know it's the one that makes the silicone stamps. How embarrassing. I went ahead and stamped it with StazOn ink. It did not work. Apparently my StazOn ink pad, the black one, is pretty dead. But then it was the first one I ever got, and I never saved the little plastic cover that you're supposed to. I didn't realize until afterwards. But it came out quite well with the Memento ink, and then I sanded it. See a lot of distress marks. On this side, I printed up this image from a stationery, a vintage ephemera from the Graphics Fairy, and I went ahead and I printed it in reverse and did a reverse image transfer, and then I just sanded the heck out of this one too. On this side, this one didn't come out as well as I would have liked it, but this was this vintage Eiffel Tower sketch, and it was just beautiful with the trees and everything. And then I just wasn't paying attention. I went too far here, so I just went ahead and sanded it even more. It looked a lot better than this, but then, like I said, it didn't come out as well as I wanted to. And I distressed a bit on all the edges with the Tim Holtz vintage photo. So you see, I went ahead, and it took me forever because I sanded it twice. I sanded it with a rough grit, and then I sanded it with a really, really light grit. So it was smooth to the touch, and all of the distressing feels like it's worn, not like it's just sanded. So this part, yes, and this is this is a little silly, but I couldn't help myself. I was looking for another image to put on this side. The reason I put different images on each side, I do this with some of my projects, so depending on how I display it or how I have it in my craft room, if I have it this way, I'll have this image, or if I put it here and I use this originally, actually, I was thinking of using it to carry just around the house or whatever, my Copics or whatever little tools I needed to get, my little crafting toolkit. And I found these frames. They had really nice frames also on the Graphics Fairy. And I found several images, several ephemera, and I couldn't decide which ones. And I said, you know what, why don't I make my own? Originally it said Amador's Cafe, but I'm like, if I wanted a French theme, it doesn't, the signs in French don't look like that in Paris. And that's what happened. So I went ahead and I picked the frame, and I did this on Word. There was no fanciness to it. I have Photoshop and I don't even know how to use it. But I did a text box with no lines, whatever, and I went ahead, and I think this font is called Harrington, so I enlarged it to fit here, and I personally like it. I love it. I think it's a little vain, but hey, I figured if it's going to go in my craft room, why not? So there it is, and like I said, I distressed it. I distressed it on the inside. I distressed it. I wanted to look, it might be a little too distressed, but I wanted to look like it'd been beaten up, it'd been around for quite some time, that maybe this cafe-ometer was existed in the 30s and then it got blown up or something. I don't know. And this thing was just mistreated and used for whatever. That's why all of the images are distressed, and I really liked how that ended up. So there's another look. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to see all of the distressing, and I went around the sides. Like I said, I did it twice to make it smooth to the touch. So there is my finished project. Hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think. So thank you very much. Bye.